Hi guys! A little while ago somebody requested a special on professional wrestler Cheryl Russa after I did a piece on the LPWA, and indeed I did that special. I like doing it as Cheryl is indeed one of my favorite wrestlers ever, and you know, it's sort of whet my appetite to do more of these specials on favorite female wrestlers of mine. So today I'm going to talk to you about Sindy Paradise. Now, if you're not a particularly major fan of the 1980s, 90s sort of women's scene, you probably have never heard of her because she wasn't exactly a main eventer, but she was definitely one of the top presences in the LPWA as far as I was concerned back in those days. Sindy Paradise rocked like a rock-hard body. She looked superb, she was extremely fit, and she wore some of the sexiest suits and outfits that you will ever see in a women's professional wrestling ring. Now, as I said before, she wasn't a particularly history-making sort of character of the ladies' scene, but she was a jobber, and you guys all know that I have a disproportionately large amount of affinity towards women's wrestling jobbers, to put it mildly. So yes, Sindy Paradise was obviously one of my natural favorites in the LPWA. An interesting bit of trivia about Sindy Paradise is that unlike most of the other women who got into professional wrestling to sort of try to make the leap towards acting or towards you know, something else where they could grab more money for their performances, Sindy Paradise, whose real name is, by the way, Cynthia Aronson, hailed from a rather wealthy family, or so rumors had it back in those days, and she didn't actually need to do it for the money. She did it for the love of the sport, which was obviously another major plus as far as I was concerned. She said that she got hooked on wrestling at a very early age, and she set up a wrestling ring with clotheslines in the backyard where she would pretend to be a wrestler. So she did a lot of ballet as a kid, and that considering she did not exactly exhibit a whole lot of flexibility in the ring during her matches. Anyway, her body was definitely more of a bodybuilder sort of build than a ballerina, so that would explain a lot in that regard. Sindy Paradise actually held a few championships. At one point, if I remember correctly, in the Wild Women of Wrestling League, she was said to be the Caribbean champion, whatever that means, or whatever that meant back in those days. Such titles, you know, they just fly around to this day, so they don't really carry any special meaning. So the bottom line is that Sindy wrestled in other promotions than the LPWA, although I would say that she got most of her spotlight and television time from the LPWA indeed. In the LPWA, she teamed with Cheryl Russa, forming the tag team The Mighty Mites, who would regularly get their behinds handed to them by just about everyone from the LPWA. And she also teamed with Alma Alvarez and Sweet Georgia Brown too, who, believe it or not, back in those days was quite a jobber herself. This is Miss Jacqueline I'm talking about, by the way. And with Sweet Georgia Brown, their team was called the Mighty Mites as well. I never really managed to find out for certain who actually trained Sindy Paradise to wrestle. Probably one of the LPWA traders as well. But according to a Chicago Tribune piece, her trainer was a certain Sheila Fox, with whom she later feuded in various promotions all over the country. So yeah, her wrestling background is still a little hazy, and her skills as a wrestler are sort of questionable. She was definitely still an attractive, exotic presence for me in the ring. And for that I am thankful to her to this day. Alright guys, so that's it for today. I am planning on doing other specials and other favorite female wrestlers of mine too. I think I'm going to do one on Ellison Royal next, also from the LPWA, and also a sort of a jobber, low-carder kind of presence. So yeah, stick around for that one. Until then, like this video and check me out on my various other social media profiles. I'm on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and you name it. I'm even on Flickr. And yeah, that's about it. So see you around, and until next time, bye-bye.